Good morning, students. Now we are going to see the poem How to Tell Wild Animals by Caroline Wells. First, we see about the poet. The poetess Caroline Wells was an American poet. She was born in Rockaway, New Jersey in the United States of America on 18 June 1862 to Anna Wells and William Wells. She was married to Harvin Houghton. After finishing her school, she worked as a librarian for the Rockaway Library Association. Her first book was published in 1896. Here, the style of the poem is humorous. This humorous poem suggests some dangerous ways to identify wild animals. Now let us see the poem. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. In this stanza, the poetess describes, if you ever go to the jungles in the east, you may find a brown-colored huge animal coming towards you there. If it starts roaring at you, you will feel as if you were dying. If such a beast encounters you in the eastern jungles, you must be sure that he is an Asian lion. Here, by chance means all of a sudden. In the east means in the eastern regions. Beast means animal. Tawny means brownish. Large means huge. Then we see the second stanza. Or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. Meaning, if by chance you are roaming around the jungle and an impressive beast encounters you and whose yellow-colored skin has black stripes over it, and he pounces on you to eat you the moment he sees you, then a simple rule will help you to understand that you are seeing the Bengal tiger. Roaming round means wandering. Noble means grand or impressive. Then wild means not domestic. Beast means wild animal. Stripes means lines. Notice means to see carefully. Discern means recognize. The next stanza, the third stanza. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. 'Twill do no good to roar with pain, he will only leap and leap again. Meaning, If you are strolling forth in the jungle and encounter a beast whose hide has spots scattered all over it, and he jumps at you the moment he sees you, then you should know that beast is a leopard. If you start crying in pain on seeing him, it will be of no use, as he will leap and pounce upon you again and again. Here, strolling means walking leisurely. Forth means ahead. Then left means jumped. Peppered means scattered. Pain means suffering. Leap and leap again means jump at you again. Then twill do no good means will not be of any use. Then the next stanza. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. In this stanza, the poetess describes, if you are walking around your courtyard, you may meet a creature there. If he hugs you very hard, it is sure that he is the bear. If you have any doubt about it, he will give you another loving touch. Here, your yard means in your ground. Creature means animal. Hugs means embraces. Very hard means holds tightly. Be sure means you must be sure. Doubts means suspects. I guess means I make a guess. Then we will go to the next stanza. Though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. For a novice, it is not an easy job to distinguish among wild animals and beasts of prey. He may be easily confused, but it will always be quite easy for you to distinguish between a crocodile and a hyena. Hyena always comes smiling happily. If they come weeping, then surely they are crocodiles. Distinguish means to find the difference. Beast of prey means animals which hunt other animals. Nonplus means confuse. A novice means an inexperienced person. Hyena means a wild animal like a dog. Merry means happy. If they weep means if the animals weep. Then next stanza. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, this the chameleon you see. Meaning for this stanza. A true chameleon is a small creature like a lizard. He doesn't have any ears at all, nor does he have a single wing if you don't find any other creature except him. Then you must be sure that you are seeing a lizard sitting on the tree. Here, chameleon means a lizard-like small creature. Lizard means a small reptile. Have you understood this poem? Then we are going to see the main points of the poem. The main points are: the Asiatic lion is a grand and majestic wild beast. It is found in the jungles of the eastern countries of Asia. It is a huge yellowish colored beast. It roars terribly loud, and its loud roar can terrify you to death. If you meet such a ferocious and powerful animal, you must be sure that he is the Asian lion. The Bengal tiger is a noble wild beast. The tiger has black stripes all over his yellowish hide. The moment you see him, he will not spare but eat you at once. When you are strolling through a forest, you can find a beast clearly. Then he is the leopard. He is the leopard. His hide is peppered with spots. There is no escape from him even if you cry in pain. He will continue pouncing on you and eat you to death. If you are walking in your yard, you can be face to face with a bear. The bear hugs you very hard. His hug is not friendly. He may press you so hard that his hug may bring your death. An inexperienced person can't distinguish beast of prey. He will not be able to distinguish a hyena from a crocodile. Hyenas and crocodiles have very deceptive appearances. Hyenas smile merrily before attacking and killing their victims. Crocodiles pretend to be weeping before pouncing upon their prey and killing them. The next last points. A true chameleon is a small animal like a lizard. He has no ears at all. Neither has he a single wing. If you see such a creature on a tree, then you are seeing a chameleon. I think you have understood the poem. Today's homework is write the short answers for these questions. Thank you, students.